I didn't find the recordings by accident. At least, that's what I kept telling myself in the beginning. Because the truth is, nothing about that night feels accidental anymore. Not the laptop, not the folder, not even the way everything in my life started to unravel right after. My husband had been recording me, every argument, every single one. And the worst part wasn't that he did it. The worst part was what he was building with it. Because by the time I understood what was happening, he had already turned me into the villain of a story I didn't even know I was part of. We had been married for 6 years. 6 years of what I thought was stability. From the outside, we looked perfect, the kind of couple people admired without even knowing us. Daniel Carter was calm, successful, respected. He had this way of carrying himself like nothing could ever shake him. He never raised his voice, never lost control, never looked like the problem. And me? I was the emotional one. At least that's what I slowly became. Or maybe that's what I was made to look like. Because in the beginning, it wasn't like that. In the beginning, we were good. We laughed. We talked for hours. We had those quiet nights that felt safe, real. I trusted him. Completely. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. Not suddenly. Not in a way I could point to. Just slowly. Quietly. Like something changing in the background while I wasn't paying attention. We started arguing more. Not explosive fights. Just constant tension. The kind that builds from small things. A comment. A look. A tone. And somehow every single time, it would escalate. And every single time it ended the same way. With me emotional. And him calm. Too calm. That was the first thing that didn't make sense. Because no one stays that calm in every argument. No one just stands there watching, observing, like they're studying something instead of feeling it. But I ignored it. I told myself it meant he was mature, that he was in control, that maybe I was just overreacting, until something else started happening. Days after an argument, he would bring it up again. And not just generally, specifically, word for word, the exact things I said, the exact way I said them. Even the parts one barely remembered. At first, I laughed it off. I thought maybe he just had a good memory. But it kept happening. Again, and again, and again. And each time, it felt less like memory, and more like something else. Something precise. Something intentional. That's when the doubt started. Small at first. Easy to ignore. But it didn't go away. It grew. Quietly. Until the night, everything changed. It wasn't dramatic. There was no big moment leading up to it. He left his laptop open. That's it. I walked over to close it. Just a normal thing. Something I had done 100 times before. But then I saw it. A folder. Plain. Simple. Sitting there like it didn't mean anything. But when I opened it, everything changed. There were dozens of files. Each one labeled. Each one dated. Organized. Carefully, like they mattered, like they were important. My chest tightened. I clicked one, and suddenly, I heard my own voice. Sharp, emotional, unfiltered. And then his. Calm, measured, controlled. It was one of our arguments. Recorded. Every word. Every second. I just sat there. Frozen. Listening. Trying to process what I was hearing. And then I clicked another. And another. And another. Different days. Different arguments. Same pattern. Same structure. Same outcome. And suddenly, everything started to make sense. The way he stayed calm. The way he corrected me. The way he always seemed one step ahead. He wasn't remembering. He wasn't just good with details. He was studying me, replaying me, analyzing me, like I was something he needed to figure out. Or something he needed to control. That's when something inside me shifted. Because this wasn't normal. This wasn't concern. This wasn't love. This was something else. Something colder. Something calculated. I didn't think. I didn't plan. I just confronted him. Right there. Why are you recording me? No hesitation. No denial. No surprise. He didn't even look caught. He just sighed. Like he'd been expecting this. Like I was late to something he already knew. And then he said something that made everything worse. You don't remember things the way they actually happen. I didn't even respond at first. I just stared at him, because that didn't make sense. But he kept going. You twist conversations. You change details. You make me the villain. And then he looked at me, completely calm, and said, "The recordings are the truth." I wanted to reject it immediately. I wanted to call it manipulation, control, anything but truth. But something stopped me, because I had heard the recordings, and some of it didn't sound the way I remembered. So I went back. I listened again, and this time, I paid attention, really paid attention. And that's when things got worse, because there were moments where I sounded harsh, colder than I thought I was, sharper, more aggressive. There were things I said that didn't feel like me, reactions that felt too big, too intense. And suddenly, I didn't trust myself anymore. Every memory felt unstable. Every argument felt uncertain. Every emotion felt questionable. Was he right? Had I been distorting things? Had I been creating a version of events that wasn't real? That's when the doubt took over. Not loudly, not all at once, but slowly, quietly, until it was everywhere. And the worst part? He could see it. He knew exactly what was happening. I could tell by the way he looked at me. Calm, certain, like everything was going exactly the way he expected. Like I was finally becoming the version of me he had been showing me all along. And for a moment, I almost believed it, until I noticed something. Something small. Something I almost missed. Every recording started in the middle of the argument. Not the beginning. Not what led up to it. Not what he said first. Just me. Already reacting. Already emotional. Already breaking. I went through more files. Faster this time. Looking for something different. But it was always the same. The same pattern. The same structure. The same carefully captured moment. And then it hit me. All at once. This wasn't documentation. This wasn't truth. This was selection. Control. He wasn't recording reality. He was editing it. In real time. He would push. Trigger. Say the right things. Wait. And then, when I reacted, that's when he recorded. Only that part. Only the moment where I looked unstable. Only the moment where I lost control. Everything before it? Gone. Everything that led to it? Gone. Just my reaction. Captured. Saved. Organized. Like evidence. Like proof. But not of the truth. Of a version of it. A version that made him look calm. Rational. In control. And made me look like the problem. And the scariest part? It was working. Because I had started to believe it too. That's when something changed in me. Completely. I stopped reacting. No arguments. No emotional responses. Nothing. At first, he didn't notice. Then he did. And when he did, he adjusted. He pushed harder. Said more. Did more. Tried to get the reaction he was used to. But this time, I was watching. The way he used his tone. The way he chose his words. The timing. The pauses. Everything. And I understood it now. So I did the same thing he did. I recorded everything. Not just the arguments. The beginnings. The triggers. The things he said first. The subtle shifts. The manipulation. Everything. Days turned into weeks. And I kept collecting. Carefully. Quietly. Until I had enough. And then I left. But I didn't leave quietly. I showed the full story. The parts he never recorded. The parts he never saved. The parts that changed everything. And the version of him people thought they knew started to fall apart. Because the calm man they respected wasn't calm. He was calculated, controlled, deliberate. And once people saw it, they couldn't unsee it. Now, sometimes I still think about it. About how close I came to believing I was the problem. About how easy it was to start doubting my own reality. And how quietly it all happened. Because that's the thing about control. It doesn't always look like control. Sometimes, it looks like truth. And by the time you realize it isn't, you're already questioning everything. Even yourself.